Oh, you look at my general, so I'm gonna give it to you now. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Hat and Beard Show. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Hat and Beard. We're running a little bit behind. Been doing a little bit of internet sleuthing. You guys, we will get into all of it. Okay, we got. We got plans. I'm coming for the pebble. Oh, man, guys, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, you guys absolutely do not want to miss tomorrow's show. We got, how's this? If you get this joke, tomorrow morning, I want you guys to show up with your 40s and weed. Because we're going in on it, and we're going to find out what exactly is going on with the Pebble. But that's for tomorrow and a little bit of today, guys. There's a lot to unfold there and unpack. A lot of different angles to look at, and there's one that very specifically really just kind of chaps my ass. You know what I'm saying? I am in the process of communicating, reaching out and talking with people, gathering information what I can. Anybody who may be involved. Riley. If you want to talk, man, you got anything you want to say, any information, get a hold of me, dude. Figure out, I don't know if you're on X or Instagram, or drop a comment and we'll figure out something, bro. We'll figure something out on, how to do that. You know what I'm saying, dude? Because look, I would like to be as absolutely fair as I can with somebody and give them a benefit of a doubt, right? Okay. It's not fun, be it justly or unjustly. It's an uncomfortable position to be where the pebble's at, right? So one would like to give benefit of the doubt and grace, but at the same time, dude, when history isn't rhyming but literally repeating itself, dude, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to dive into that pretty in-depth tomorrow. We're going to sit down. We're going to go through the entire Syndicate stream together. Gonna watch what old Motor City Don P and Derek over at Lion Syndicate have to say, all right? And we'll kind of sleuth around and poke around. I think you guys know that the charity is a big issue with me. I don't like it when people prey on other people's good nature, especially the state of the financial world that we're in, dude. You know what I mean? Now, at the same time, I am also guilty of doing something very similar to what Lions the Pebble on Kitties did, right? We'll just call them Pebble on Kitties, right? You guys know that we did a little bit of a charity run here last year. It was my first go around at it. I admittedly didn't know what I was doing, but I took all the super chats and my gambling winnings, and I just cash money in an envelope. You know what I'm saying? So now knowing, I'm gonna be honest, guys. As much as I thought I knew about YouTube, I don't know dick. Holy cow. So what I'm kind of thinking about what we should maybe consider doing is over the next week or so, I was kind of thinking maybe we pick up a little bit of where the Pebble dropped the ball, right? In that maybe, I'm not going to like start a foundation or whatever, but I was thinking maybe we do, oh shit. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you, my guy. I was thinking maybe we find a charity or something, and then for like a month, we just kind of do a little bit of a drive there, just to kind of like do that thing that Hat and Beard's always had to do. Always got to clean up other people's messes, dude. Always got to clean up other people's messes, and thanks to dickheads like the Pebble. Dude, thanks to dickheads like the Pebble, he's just kind of screwing all of us, dude. He's kind of screwing all of the content creators, dude, because he's shutting doors for other people, and I'm not wild about that. But you know what I'm saying? The Pebble's going to be the Pebble, and we just got to progress forward with however the Pebble's going to be pebbling. But I was thinking maybe we pick up some slack, maybe find a charity, just kind of have like a 1 month long drive, just kind of make up for the shortcomings of, not great people. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's our responsibility to do that. But we will get into that stuff. And then, of course, we will be talking about NFL news. Fuck. Of course he's calling me right now. Recruiter's calling me right now. Sorry, bud. You're just going to have to wait, dude. Former Texas A&M star running back abruptly retires after 1 weekend of NFL rookie minicamp. Wow. Wow. I gotta give Outkick a little bit of praise here. There is an angle to this that I don't think anybody's really looking at it, and it's an angle that we've talked about an awful lot on this channel. It has to deal with money in college sports, right? And it's something that I wouldn't be surprised if as we progress forward with NIL being there, I think this might become more of a trend, dude. I think, because you might end up seeing a thing where guys are going, you know what, dude, I don't need to make it in the league. I've got a nest egg. I've invested it properly. I did the smart thing. You know what I mean? Well, we'll talk. In line with retirements, not really big world earth-shattering news, but those of us, from the 313, ex-Lions starter announces retirement after 3 NFL seasons. Jerry Jacobs, he's walking away from football. And, look, he wasn't the best, dude, right? But he had a big old heart. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. He was doing the best he could with what he had. So we'll kind of poke around to that, and then we'll get into the Lions news. The schedule leaks. The Lions, Germany opponent revealed. Of course, we're playing the Patriots. Of course, Amon-Ra is playing the Patriots in Germany. The jokes write themselves. The Lions have signed all of the 2026 draft picks, 9 undrafted free agents, and we have revealed the first iteration of jersey numbers, if you guys know, obviously, as the NFL has evolved and players have moved forward, especially with the big number rule changes that happened a couple years back. J-Mo, Gibbs, these guys be changing their numbers, dude. You know what I'm saying? But we can go through some of the numbers, see who's out there, and of course, some numbers that are obviously omitted. A little 81, little 20, you know what I'm saying? And then I have my take on a couple other numbers. I got one other number that I historically think the Lions should, well, there's really 2, that I think the Lions should also phase out of being allowed to be worn on the field. Those are my own reasons and my own thoughts, but we will discuss all of that and maybe a little bit more. As you guys maybe can see, I got some other tabs open here. A little bit of sleuthing going on. If we got time for that, we will get into that. But I want to know your guys' take on things and taking things. Yeah, dude, it's going to be a little bit different show the next today. We're going to be kind of getting into some stuff. And then tomorrow's going to be, I got tomorrow off, so it's probably going to be a little bit of a longer stretch out, kind of walking through. We're just kind of, I hate the phrase, but it really seems to work. We're just going to kind of unpack the whole Pebble situation, see what's going on over there. And, maybe we can make a ruling on shit or pass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I sat in the chat with Don last night. We talked about all the channels bashing the blue hairs. Nice, dude. Brent, when you say Don, do you mean, would that be Motor City Don P? Because I tried to look up his that channel name. I couldn't find him, dude. It is so hard to find other Lions content creators out here, guys. It is so hard because, for one, I feel like every swing and dick is like, Lions this, Lions that, Lions this. And, it works for some guys. Not to glaze them more, but Lions Syndicate sticks out a lot more than Lions Talk Live or Pebble on Lions. You know what I'm saying, dude? It sticks out a little bit more. Yeah, Motor City Don P. Yeah, so what? I know nothing about this chef thing. I just started kind of learning it last night. Like I said, I listened to I don't know Don P, dude. I've never seen this guy's content before. Motor City Cats is Don. Okay, so he's Motor City Cats. Gotcha, dude. See, them two guys were talking about shit. And the back end stuff was just straight over my head, dude. Straight over my head. Admittedly, I did reach out to one of the bigger creators, and I did get permission for us to go ahead and do this. So there will be no issues with that. But I am such a fucking Luddite, dude. I have no idea. They're talking about back end stuff that I'm like, what language are you guys speaking into? Because I do not understand what the hell you are talking about. I talk into a stick. I talk into a stick, and I talk about football. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Rick, for real, he's a douche, huh? Now, when you say chef, is chef a character that Don P does? I like Don from his days with Pebble on. He got shafted, so I kept following. Yeah, dude. So, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I can't speak to it because I don't know the intricacies of their business. But from the stories and information that I have seen, yeah, man, Pebble really screwed him, dude. Like Pebble really screwed him, bro. Oh, it was his name. Gotcha. What's up, blah blah 231244134? Let's go Detroit, dude. Let's go, blah blah. I appreciate it. Gonna guess your first name starts with a J. Bossman? I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. It's good to see you guys all, though. We are going to go ahead and kick it away. 10 minutes? 10 minutes? I'm out here just chewing on the fat for 10 minutes. Fellas, you got to rein me in, dude. We getting a little too chatting beard up in here, dude. Let's go ahead and kick it over to my guy, Jocko. Things, like, comment, subscribe, share, all the YouTube stuff. Let's go.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Well, hell yeah, Brent, dude. No, I feel you, Brent. Oops, hang on. Let me put the camera on the show mode, dude. My bad, fellas. There we go. I feel you, dude. Though, bro, I think that, like, there are some things that people are just really hell-bent on. Like, some people just are very hard on Brad Holmes and don't like Brad Holmes. And I get it, dude. I get it, there was comments alluded to, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, about uneducated people only talking about edge, right? And I know that we're talking in very open-ended terms. This will make more sense tomorrow, guys. But the thing is, man, he's allowed to demand an edge because there is more than one way to skin a cat, dude. And a lot of people, look, just because I wanted Blake Miller and I was right about Blake Miller doesn't mean I would be pissed off if we'd have gone another direction and taken an edge in the first round. There were holes. There were, maybe even still are, positions of need on the roster. Depending on your flavor profile, you know what I mean? You might have edge higher rated than offensive tackle. You might have edge over a safety. You might have a safety over a tackle or a tackle over a safety. Some people think cucumbers taste better pickled, right? It's all how you view it. It's just how it is, dude. You know what I'm saying? So much that he was the only GM to take us to the promised land. That's awesome. On your YouTube 3-part series. Okay, God, yeah. Alpha Gridiron. I hope I'm not. I don't want to sound like a dick, man. I don't really remember seeing you in the chat very much up until recently. So I could not remember. You were talking about this yesterday a little bit, right? That Derg. So is that how it's spelled? Derg Mobby? Is that how it's pronounced for real? Or spelled? Because I'll just look it up, dude. Look, man, it's the off season, guys. If you guys want to go the route of sleuthing, we can sleuth, brother. You know what I'm saying, dude? I could give a fuck less, dude. All right. So is it Durgo Mobby? Durgo Mobby. Oh, Durgo Mobby. Huh. Auf der Heinisch. Ha ha! Oh, shit. Well, I'll give you this, bud. That's a pretty sick fucking icon, dude. That's pretty sick, dude. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yep. Man, your thumbnail game is clean, dude. Okay. I'm not mad at this. I'm just checking. I'm just. Yeah, actually, guys, what do you think about these these thumbnails are pretty sick, dude. So does he do? Are these like straight up videos? Does he do like video? Like, I don't want to say like video essays, but like it's not like a live show. Does he go live or something? Oh yeah, he goes live. Oh, draft party. Gotcha. He's not like a live guy, huh? He's a video guy. Is he a video guy? This is where it all started. No shit. So, was he the final straw, bro? Jeremy is in the house. Let's go, dude. Fuck yeah, brother. Will from Pebble on has been both extremely kind to me and extremely libtarded and conceited. I don't dislike the man, but I dislike how he treats others a lot. Yeah, Brent, and so that's kind of how I want you guys to just like make sure that you understand. I have never interacted with Pebble, right? I know nothing about him other than what people have told me. So I in my attempt to be a good Christian man am trying to not pass judgment on an individual, but I have to tell you, it is very, very difficult not to build a preconceived notion around an individual when people who I have interacted with, that I interact with regularly, people who I view as, expert opinions on things, when multiple different angles are all saying the same thing, you know what I mean? And what they're saying is not the kind of person that I would want to be affiliated with. That the character that I am seeing built here, the trail I'm reading is not an individual that I would want to be affiliated with. Now, I'm going to be very honest. If the Pebble wants to reach out and tell me his side of it, you can find me on Twitter. The link is in my description, right? That's fine, bro. I'm willing to give I'm willing to give everybody their fair shake, but I am not gonna give up on this charity thing, bro. You did a fucking charity through Buy Me a Coffee. Now, yes, I am a massive hypocrite because I did charity fundraising through Super Chats. I also only have 800 subscribers. I also am doing this all on my own. I don't have the biggest players in the game helping me out. And to further my frustration, thanks to actions of people like you, that opportunity is now taken away from guys like me. Because you had to shit and piss all over everybody's Cheerios. You had to be a bad apple. You couldn't just be decent. You know what I mean? Look, dude, I'm an asshole. I'm a big fucking asshole. But you got to do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to be an asshole for asshole's sake. You got to do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? That charity shit, brother, you had to have known better. You know better, dude. You know better. And furthermore, to extend it a little bit farther, I want to go out on another limb here and say, based on what I'm being told about you, you have TDS. And pretty badly. Now, full disclosure, those of you guys here from Syndicate, okay, just so you guys are aware, because I'm not going to lie, since my interactions with Syndicate, we've had a little bit of an uptick in subscribers. We're MAGA around here, guys. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm a Trump guy, okay? I'm a Christian conservative, motherfucker, and I'm pretty goddamn open about it. It is what it is. But it's very ironic to me that an individual like the Pebble is, by all accounts, very liberal-minded, but yet turns to an organization like buy me a coffee? Really? Bro, that is the right-wing alternative. That's Mark Dice. That's Amala Ana Takopo. I think that's how her name is. That's Carmen JC, bro. You might as well use fucking Pepperbox, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? You used Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys. Buy Me a Coffee is a tipping platform for your content creators. It is a digital, hey, Hat, I like what you're doing, bro. Let me fucking buy you a $3, $5, however many dollars you want to tip me coffee. And Buy Me a Coffee takes a lot smaller of a percentage than the super chats are on YouTube. So there is no end goal. There is no end date. There is just you putting your money in good faith to an individual for him saying, it's for my Cancer Foundation. And hypothetically, bro, bring the receipt. Caleb Hammer. Where is Caleb Hammer? Let's bring it all full circle. Caleb Hammer's from Michigan. Oh my God. Caleb Hammer's from Michigan. He's from KZoo. Guys, blow this story up. Let's have Caleb Hammer do a fucking financial audit on the Pebble, dude. Let's do it, bro. He's from Michigan. Come on now. Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Get the Pebble audited by Caleb Hammer, bro. For real, for real, for real. But back to the story at hand. Buy Me a Coffee effectively means that the creator who you're tipping can just open that cabinet and take out that money whenever they want. It doesn't go through to an organization. It doesn't get locked out until a certain threshold is met. It's a fucking tip jar. It's a fucking tip jar, dude. You know what I'm saying? How we doing, chat? How we doing, chat? How we doing? What man is not an asshole? 100%, Rick. What's up, Neil's do-rag? Is that like, you mean like Neil Rules do-rag? How you doing, man? Rocked is, just so we're clear, man, Neil, okay. First of all, I'm not worried about a blowhard on the internet threatening me with lawsuits. Secondly, good luck getting blood out of a rock. And thirdly, you can eat my whole ass, bro. You can eat my whole ass with chocolate sauce. Go ahead. Go right the fuck ahead. Nom, 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 nom. Eat up, bitch. Take a big old fucking bite right out of my furry red ass and see how much of a fuck I give, you goddamn douche nozzle. Everybody's an internet lawyer. Everybody, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. Oh, go fuck yourself, you goddamn shit stain. Go ahead. And furthermore, please, please be that asshole that punches down at a sub 1,000 channel, bro. Please punch down at me so that I can just fucking reap the rewards of you being a shit stain. Please bully me. Oh my God, please bully me. Please. For the love of God, I have you in a no-win situation. Oh my God, I got him by the short and fucking curlies, bro. You see, when you're an unbiased, when you're a third party that hasn't been inflected, and I can just cast judgment upon him. Yep, you got nothing on me, dude. You don't know who the fuck I am, bro. Eat my whole asshole. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, Mr. Do-Rag, my guy, we are trying to maintain some decorum. So we refer to that individual as the shit stain or the pebble. You know what I'm saying? That way it's similar to the lock and banana situation. Do you guys know the whole lock and banana, the Key and Peele situation, the lock and banana? You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do that. You're nobody till somebody sues you. Hell yeah, Neil. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Not to be confused with Buy Me a Coffee's less honorable competition. Buy me an 8-ball. Fuck yes, dude. Bro, Neil, have you been here before? Where the fuck have you been? That is goddamn funny, dude. I don't was a con artist at all. I'm not saying that. I just hear he's a real dick to everyone he works with. He hates Eric, who I still like. He was a dick to right. Yeah, so, okay. That's actually, Brent, that's really what chapped my ass. Outside of the charity thing, look, I'm going to do a little joke tomorrow during the live stream, and you have to watch it to understand, you know, I don't know Motor City Don P, right? I don't know Derek over at Lions Syndicate. I don't know any of these guys. I don't know Brent. I don't know Riley. I don't know you guys. I know a little bit about how you interact with me, right? So I can't go out on a limb and say, hey, Don P's my boy, go fuck yourself. But what I can say is, based on the information that we have been privy to, you are a piece of shit and you fucked Don P over pretty goddamn hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you really fucked him over, right? The charity thing really chapped my ass. What is really sticking in my craw, bro, I'm sorry. Riley O'Brien has been nothing but nice and professional in my chat since the day he fucking arrived. That man has never said a bad fucking word about anybody that wasn't maybe in jest, and I'm even having a hard time thinking about a time where he said something rude or condescending or off-putting. So that's where I get a little fucking defensive. Motherfucker. Now, Riley, I'm going to be very honest, buddy. I didn't realize how big of a player you are in the Lions content creation sphere. Damn, dude. You got some fucking sway. But that all aside, I don't know you from Adam. Where I get pissed off is when I find out that some dickhead is treating my fans and my followers like assholes. And especially when they're good people like Riley. That dude, Riley, Brandy, Rick, fucking... there are certain people that it's like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck do you think you are talking shit about these people? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to be fair. Raw, Trippy, Brent, fucking Mr. Detroit City. Yeah, I can understand how some people might push on you guys a little bit. I'm still going to fucking defend you, though. You guys are my homies, and we are here for a reason. We are a bastion of sanity in a sea of fucking nonsense. You go after my fucking fans, my fucking subscribers. Oh, bitch. Oh. No, I don't play that shit, man. Go fuck yourself, Pebble. Go fuck yourself sideways with a big flat rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be unbiased until proven otherwise. Yeah. Well, dude, so Raw, this is where we're going to have to get into the duality of man. I can separate the thought process behind the non-emotional side and look at it through that. But I can be honest with you and tell you that, yes, there is an emotional aspect to it because you made it personal when you decided to treat my fucking my friends, parasocial relationship, whatever, my fans, my fucking subscribers, when you treated my people badly, then I have a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Then I have a fucking problem. Then I got a big fucking problem with that, you know? That's just not cool, you know? Changing the Lions fandom culture with educational live shows, bringing things to light about the teams most people don't even consider. I mean, I guess. Yes, Derek. Yes, Derek. That is the code word. That's a new code word. He has not gone live because he knew it was coming down to pipeline for a week. Alpha and I'm not gonna lie, dude. Kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know if this is the right term, but it kind of feels like he doesn't have any fucking pull without Syndicate pushing him. It kind of seems that he really went off the rails once Syndicate wasn't backing him. Once him and Syndicate had their falling out, it seems like he kind of fell off the rails, dude. You know. Now again, I don't like Rock Don. I've never enjoyed his content. I really haven't. But to that point, I'm not like the biggest Syndicate fan either. I'll watch him once in a while, but he's not like. I mean, you guys seen my homepage. I don't watch football content, dude. Well, his crazy personality coming out on X pushed me away. He has a disease that is killing him. All right, TDS. Brent, dude, why don't you follow? Do you follow me on Twitter, dude? I'm over on X, bro. So you're saying this cat here? This is the guy. Am I pronouncing that right? Durgo Mobby. More about this channel, dude. Why doesn't anybody have anything in their bios, bro? Like, nobody has bios, nobody has descriptions. Is that like, am I an old head? Am I just a straight up old head? Dude, Homie's thumbnail game is fucking on point, though. I'll say that's a little clickbaity, but yeah, dude. Look at, dude, these two thumbnails right here, these are clean, dude. I like that. I like with the newspaper in the background. Bro, if you threw some outline, some black outline and some shading behind the sign to make it pop, put an outline around Cade Mays so that he popped just a little. You want a little bit of a cut line between the subject and the background, dude. But that's actually really clever. I like that, dude. I like that background. Looks like it's a little AI imagery, but I mean, I do that shit too. No, that's cool, man. I like that. I'm getting very like these thumbnails, not so much these ones, but like these, the free agent signings, the Terry and Arnold news. I'm getting very Flemlo raps. What happened to? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not knocking, dude, but that's the vibe. That's cool, man. That's cool. You know what? I don't even know you, bro. I don't even know you, dude. But bam, I don't even know you, dude. The fact that you're going after the Pebble, bro. I'll give you a sub, dude. Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's absolutely. Damn, another recruiter, bro. Why do they all have to call when I'm on air, dude? Jeez Louise. Hey, blah blah. If you're still here, man, the recruiter that I was telling you we were talking to, he called me, left a voicemail. So we'll see how that works out. He does decent vids. Gun guy, you say he does decent vids? Oh, yeah, Brent, go to the description of the video. It's in the description. I got my X account linked in the description of the video now. I've rebuilt my descriptions, you guys. So it's a little bit more clean. Should take you right there, Brent. My bad. I didn't know you were on Twitter, dude. I didn't know you were on Twitter, man. Has been a Lions creator for years. Okay, fuck yeah. Well, shit, I'll follow him then. I'm not going to lie, dude. Like, I like seeing people's different styles that they do for their imagery, for their icons and stuff. This is pretty fucking cool, man. That's pretty cool, dude. It's like it's very modern as far as the artwork and like gaming. It's very like I'm kind of how like that stupid game Mixtape has been designed. But that's pretty cool, man. I kind of like that, dude. It's chill. That's chill, dude. Good on you for having 7,000 subs. And these thumbnails are clean, dude. These thumbnails are clean. So where does this start? Does it start here? Exposing the grift on Rocked On Lions. Is that the first one? Yeah, and then oh yeah, guys. You know what, dudes? Guys, chat. I've been chatting with you guys for 2 days, and we ain't covering shit today. It is a squirrel day, fellas. It's a squirrel day, fellas. You guys want to watch these? We'll just watch these 3 parts real quick. How's that? That's 15 minutes. It's gonna take a little bit long. Fuck it. You guys just want to watch these real quick, and then or should we save all this for? No, that's a lot to watch tomorrow. That's like 3 hours of shit watch tomorrow. Yeah, let's just watch the first part, dude. Fuck it. Let's go.
There is a specific. Hey,
real quick, Durgo Mobby, please don't copyright me, bro. I had no intention of watching your content. I would have sent you a message on Twitter or whatever. I would have reached out first to make sure that it was cool. That's just how I like to operate. I like to keep things above board. I don't want you just like thinking I'm just like stealing your content, dude. I'm really not. I'm trying to be as transformative as possible. Please don't copyright me, man. I'm trying to bring light to this situation. So whatever, just disclaimer, blah, 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 blah. Go subscribe to Durgo Mobby. You guys, he's over here. He's got 7,000. Yeah, that's too many. That's not enough. Get that up to the 10K. We got to get Durgo up to the 10K, guys. Let's go. Let's get after it. So he's exposing the grift on the Pebble, part 1. Let's go.
There is a specific kind of desperation that occurs when a stagnant creator realizes they are being eclipsed. They don't reach for better analysis.
Motherfucker! 10 seconds in. I don't like slop content, and I get very, very irritated when I see no-face channels, slop content, AI-generated shit getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views and fucking followers and subs. And it's bullshit because I already like the tone you have set here. And, dude, you nailed the head directly on with the hammer, dude. Or nailed the head of the or whatever. That is a perfect fucking line. There is a certain desperation of content creator when they realize that they are being eclipsed. Holy shit, man. Why do you not have 20,000 subscribers? That is fucking poetry. You nailed it, bro. You fucking nailed it.
There is a specific kind of desperation that occurs when a stagnant creator realizes they are being eclipsed. They don't reach for better analysis.
Oh, I know
or
it's
high
fair use,
production
dude. I just like to
value.
make sure,
They
know.
reach for the lowest shelf possible. Recently, the individual behind the rocked on
Bro. He says the face
No,
of intelligence.
Recently,
Dog.
the individual behind the Rocked On Podcast Network
Pebble.
decided to leave a comment on my channel. His comment claimed that he pays my bills. Let's be very, very
Now, I didn't know who this comment was directed at. So when I was first uncovering this, I was not exactly sure who he was directing this comment at. The way that it was perceived to me originally was that this comment was directed towards Motor City Don P. And I was kind of thinking that he meant, at least the way I was interpreting it at first, was that he meant, you work for me, I pay your bills. Yeah, no. No. I think you guys know me, right? I'm pretty open with my humor, with my takes on stuff, and I don't shy away from racial humor. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm a mayo monkey. You're a hood booger. What the fuck ever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, dude, if you're just saying this, like, I know I sound like a liberal right now, but yeah, man, you're just being a racist dickhead, bro. Like, you're just being, I pay your bills. Fuck you, for one. Fuck you to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Well, fucking ass. It's that. And you know, if you say he's got TDS, it's right up that liberal mentality, bro, of the soft bigotry of low expectations, man.
very clear about the subtext here. To tell a black man whose channel is currently outperforming yours that you pay his bills isn't just an insult. It's a tired, racist dog whistle, implying state.
I hate it when people say that dog whistle shit. I don't think it's a dog whistle, dude. I think he's just outright being an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, a dog whistle is supposed to be something low key that, you know, a frequency in which only the dogs can hear, right? So a dog whistle would probably be him saying something more along, like just commenting like 1350. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be more in line with a dog whistle, bro. He's just being an outright asshole, man. Like, I don't think there's any underhandedness about it, man. He's just being an asshole.
State dependency. It is the ultimate mask-off moment for a man who claims to be educated.
I don't know who Jay Dyer is, but recently, Kane, I've been linking him to, he's the quartering of the Lions content sphere.
But lacks the basic vocabulary to argue his point without resorting to bigoted tropes. Psychology tells us about the Dunning-Kruger effect.
I already like you. If you're citing Dunning-Kruger, Durgo Mobby, do you watch Timcast, bro? Because, like, you're kind of in line with that, like, Timcast mentality, brother. I like it.
Where those with the least competence often possess the highest confidence. But there is a subcategory here.
It's true. Are you guys aware of the Dunning-Kruger effect? Idiots think they're great at things, and people who are great at things think that since they can do it, anybody can do it, so they're not impressed with themselves. Yeah, it's
education paradox. Truly educated people don't feel the need to announce their degree to total strangers in a YouTube comment section to validate their own existence.
It's true.
When you have to tell people you're the smartest person in the room, you've already admitted you aren't.
I mean, he's
real
true.
Authority is demonstrated through work.
To be fair, though, I have gotten into arguments with people, and I do think it is a little bit different in the trades, where it's just like, shut the fuck up. I actually know more than you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, shut the fuck up. I know more than you. Like, no, you're dumb. I know more than you. Shut the fuck up and do it my way. Like, but that is a very, industry specific. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't wrong though. He ain't wrong.
Not proclaimed through insecurities. He recently took a swing at me, claiming I use AI storytelling, as if I can't be a well-spoken black male.
Admittedly, I think you're a very well-spoken person. I don't give a fuck if you're a black man, dude. And this is where I get kind of irritated with the other side of it, is that they want to like announce their race. Like, I have to make that my dude. You're just a fucking well-spoken dude, man. Like, yes, you sound like a black guy when you talk, but it's not like, it's whatever, dude. I can understand you, man. Like, you're a well-spoken guy. Just don't, I don't know, personally, don't be like, I'm a well-spoken black guy. Dude, you're a well-spoken guy, man. That opening line was fucking crushing it, bro. And yeah, if I haven't watched your content, but if this small sample size that I'm getting is an example of what the rest of your content is, if he's accusing you of AI storytelling, well, look at that double chin right there. Look at the cheeks. Look at the physiognomy. Homeboy's got a bunch of fat riddled up in his brain. He's probably, if not already, in a diabetic. He is on his way to becoming a horrible diabetic in his later years, which we do know that diabetes, in case you guys didn't know, most recently we have started classifying Alzheimer's and dementia as Alzheimer's type 3, because we are starting to link poor diet and excessive sugar intake to degradation of cognitive function, and the basically the deterioration of the brain is starting to be connected to our diet. So what you're getting here is, like you say, the face of intelligence. Bro, he's a fucking idiot, dude. Like, I'm sorry, man, but I have fucked around with AI enough to know the difference between AI and not, bro. No, you're just a well-spoken guy, dude. You're just a well-spoken guy. And, if he is so intelligent, if the Pebble is so fucking smart, then how he can't maintain and see this. I mean, bro, I'm a high school graduate. I work in the trades. I put metal together. I turn wrenches and make light bulbs come on, bro. And I can tell that you're not fucking AI, dude. Like, he's just a fucking idiot. It's like what you say, dude. It's like what you said at the beginning, dude. There is a certain desperation in content creators when they realize that they're being passed by, when they realize that the game has evolved past them, that their numbers were inflated. Next thing you'll see them do, watch. Next thing, I'm just speculating. I'm willing to bet that the Pebble his next live stream will have a huge amount of viewership, and that they will claim it's because of the controversy. We're going to address the controversy. Motherfucker's paying for the views. He's going to be paying for views. Watch.
This is what we call the distraction.
It's true,
if
Derek.
You look at the Rock channel.
What's good, Sleepy? What's up, man?
Very AI slop.
Hey, shout out Sleepy, bro. They're dropping that comment trying to get me on Syndicats, bro. Hey, fuck, dude. If we can make it work, dude, I'd fucking love to start talking with some of these bigger people, dude. I don't know how to. All right, so I asked permission from Syndicate if I could react to their hour and a half long live show that him and Don P did, right? I flat out sent him a message telling him what I wanted to do, asking if it was okay, paragraphs long of, I don't know, I don't know how to like network with people, man. I don't know how to like reach out to people. I don't know. I'm not good at that, dude. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how.
He disparages.
I would like to learn how.
High gloss, mismatched thumbnails, and scripts that follow the exact repetitive cadence of a viral sports
Exactly,
news
Brent,
AI prop.
dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
He hates AI because it's his own mirror. He's terrified his audience will realize his 100% original content
is AI.
It's actually an assembly line of genetic scripts and clickbait.
Yep.
He brands videos, no AI, while literally saying...
Actually, y'all, like, legit, the whole scripting thing is why I shifted away from doing videos, edited videos, to live stream. I did not feel genuine and authentic doing videos. Like, inflection here. It's the same qualms I had with doing stand-up, where, like, after a while, it just feels performative and not authentic, you know? And I mean, my views reflect it, guys. Some days I'm in a good mood, man, and we have got a great show. And then there's days like Monday where I completely am fucking going off the rails because I can't separate my personal life from the internet life. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like there is a, and as we move forward in the digital age, dude, especially as millennials become more and more prevalent as the major overpowering demographic, right? Zoomers are in line with that as well. There is a certain degree of authenticity. We fucking hate posers, dude. We demand authenticity, dude.
On camera, I'm going to let AI explain it. He isn't a creator.
You know, man, Sleepy, dude, Derek is the best mentor you could have. Yes, I do agree. I'm not gonna ask him though. I will ask him for some help occasionally, but I understand where he's coming from in that with everything going so sideways with Pebble, he doesn't want to. And I get it, dude. And I don't want to get into a situation where I'm annoying an individual, asking them for help when they don't want it. Furthermore, I don't want to ask an individual and them to reluctantly, agree to it. And then we end up having a soured relationship because maybe there's a bad vibe from a previous experience. I'm too helpless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to you know what I mean? I don't want to sour relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? You guys know kind of how I feel on Syndicate. I'm not like his biggest fan. I very much respect the work that he's been able to do. Like, it's very impressive. You know what I mean? It is very impressive. But I mean, I don't watch him regularly. You know what I'm saying? Admittedly, though, I have structured my descriptions to more similar mirror the way he builds descriptions, because obviously it's a game of parody, right? He's successful. I should follow what a successful individual is doing. So I'm going to kind of replicate that, right? But I get where he's coming from because he's flat out. He said in the live stream, he's like, I'm not doing this again. You know what I mean? I thought I was right. He says that his old lady was like, don't do this, hat and boobs, and I had a big fucking laugh about that because she does that shit all the time with me. And I you know what I mean? I don't want to push, and I don't want him to feel like he has to. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that a few of the creators that I've reached out to have been very helpful. You know what I mean? Have been very helpful. And I don't want to overexert, you know what I mean? Or overextend or ask for too much or get into something where expectations were put on me that I didn't fully understand. You know what I mean? I don't like not pulling my weight, that type of shit, dude. So that, you know what I mean? No, Derek is not the Pebble. The Pebble is the Pebble on Lions. Derek's Syndicate. I call Derek's. I call Syndicate by name. I straight up call Syndicate. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, Art, dude. That's what's up, bro. My brain shuts off once creators lose their humility. Yeah, dude. I get it, dude. I get it. Now, to be fair, you guys watch me. Your boy's got a little bit of an ego. I got a little bit of an ego around here. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Derek is a hater channel. That is my issue with him. He hates what I like about this team. Fair. That's fair, Brent. But that's, pickles and cucumbers. You know what I'm saying? Also, and I'm not saying this because I don't know the guy. If you have success in that lane, well, why not continue to drive down that lane? You know what I mean? Like, if the money-making role for a content creator is to be the heel, well, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? I get it. He's currently undergoing medical treatments for illness he has. Alpha. This is why he hasn't been posting live content for about a week. Not just last 2 days. Jeez. Okay, gotcha. For sure. That's fair, Raw. That's fair. Okay. And if that is true, that is fair. The timing, though, is very very convenient. You know what I mean? Now, this shit happens. So I don't want to be that guy that's like, yeah, your mom died the first day of work. Really? You know what I mean? But you got to admit, dude, I mean, like, the timing is fairly convenient, if true. I don't want to say it's not true, right? Because then I'm just a huge asshole, which I am. But, we got to give a little bit of leniency. When people constantly disrespect Brad, but I do it as a joke to poke the bear because I correlate Brad haters with libtard. Oh. Damn, Brent. Tell us how you really feel. Yes, Kane. Yes, Kane. That's exactly it, dude. That's why I respect what Syndicate's done, bro. Because he just like legit. He just stands on his beliefs, man. And if that, it is difficult sometimes, to stand against the winds of everybody else and say no. Ham is gross. Pork is gross. Stop eating pork. You know what I mean? Oh, you're natural and don't push what everyone says. Well, thank you, man. Raw, I have, and if my mom's in the chat, she can speak to this. I have never once been one to go with the crowd, dude. In fact, generally, if the crowd's going one direction, I'm like, that's sus. I'm like, why? Why are we all going that way? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like my flavor, dude. You know what I mean? I like my flavor, dude. So I am what I am, and I'm going to eat my spinach and
He's an operator of a digital copy machine. You see, this creator often mentions being a thyroid cancer survivor. While health struggles are serious, using them as a
damn, talk about perfect timing, huh, Raw? Just like you just talked about it, and we just get to it in the video.
Tactical shield to justify disparaging others is a form of emotional manipulation. It's a peculiar grift. He claims he does this for fun and pays my bills, yet every single video and live stream is a frantic plea for donations. Let's look at the receipts straight from his own public pages. On buymeacoffee.com/rockedon, he proudly operates what he calls the Rocked On Cancer Foundation, a name he brands as a noble mission to fill the gaps left by traditional medical support. He writes, quote, "Every personal tragedy has a story and a turning point. Sometimes you are left broken. Other times you are the one doing the breaking. This time I was the one who was going to do the building. I chose to build a foundation for my tragedy." And it's a beautiful story.
It's written by AI. That is an AI fucking writing.
Except it isn't a foundation at all. I have personally searched the official IRS tax exempt organization search at apps.irs.gov.
For sure. Right on, Raw. Hell yeah. Okay, so although the timing is coincidental, it by all accounts is legit. For sure. That's why I say it's like, sometimes people's parents do die the first day of work. You know what I mean? It does happen. But you see what I mean? Like the timing, it's like, damn. but if you're right, if you're saying the last few days, he posted last week he was be stepping away, and this all came about kind of this week. So okay, yeah, you know what? That's fair, dude. That's fair.
Of /APP/EOS for Rocked On Cancer Foundation, Rocked On, in every reasonable variation. 0 results. I have checked the Michigan Attorney General's charitable organization.
Hell yeah, bro. Look at you, dude. Durgo. Hell yeah, dude. Go subscribe to Durgo, bro. Fucking yes, dude. Look at you.
Registry, where any entity soliciting donations in his home state is legally required to register. And there is nothing there either. There is no EIN, there is no 501c3 registration. There's no tax filings, no board of directors, no audited financials.
Yeah, if he's a foundation, there's got to be all that shit in place, right?
Zero public.
I mean, you don't have to be a 501c3. I think you can be like a 50 like C4 or something like that. There are slight variants in foundations, but if you're a foundation, you have to have some form of a board of directors, right?
Accountability. It is not a nonprofit. It is not a charity. It is a personal bank account.
Yep.
Run by Will Rock of Shelbyville, Michigan. The same man whose LinkedIn lists him as the founder and director at Rocked On Cancer Foundation. Current haul.
Also, check this out real quick before we get into that. I just want you guys to know Will Rock. According to Google, Rocked Online is a fan-driven YouTube channel and podcast hosted by Will Rock, providing daily news analysis and live streams regarding the team. As of 2026, he delivers insight based on 40-plus years of fandom and experience covering topics like roster strategy, salary cap, draft, often via Detroit Football Journal. Okay, so he works for the Detroit Football Journal. He goes on to say, it's a live post-game show, focused on honest, independent analysis, holding the team accountable as a seasoned fan and credentialed media member. Well, what do you need to be a credentialed media member? To get NFL media credentials, you must represent a accredited media outlet and apply directly through individual team websites or the NFLmedia.com portal, typically managed through accredited systems. Requests must be submitted by an editor or producer demonstrating consistent professional coverage of the team. So you have to be an accredited media outlet. Well, that means you'd have to work for an accredited media outlet, something like the Detroit Football Journal. Oh, well, who operates this? Oh, I'm committed to no regrets pursuit of the game. Purpose and beyond. This is a mission built on resilience, surviving cancer. So you're a credited media member. You are a press credentialed member for the NFL. Because you work for the website that you own? So I can do that? So if I just made hatandbeardbutthole.com, I could just apply to be a fucking accredited media member, and then I could boast that and tell people, you have to listen to me. I have authority. What the fuck, man? Dude, that's like the surgeon performing surgery on himself. That's stupid. You're dumb. You're dumb. You are dumb. Look at that. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. We got to raise $7,000. Are you fucking kidding me? This dude fleeced $7,000 out of people and put it in his own bank account. Fuck you, man. You fucking dick. Because now I got to raise that money. Now I got to raise that money to offset your fucking malarkey, dude. Now I got to raise that money with my 800 subscribers? You fucking dick. I don't gamble anymore, you asshole. Now I got to raise that money?
$7,207 of a $50,000 goal with exactly 118 supporters.
Now I got to raise that
But
money.
how does that
dick.
money actually flow?
From the fucking
Team
buy me a
Rock
coffee
Club
into his bank
$30
account with a
month
3.3
gets
or
you
4.2%
10-ounce
interest
bags
rate.
of Triumph Honolulu Blue brew shipped quarterly. He explicitly states 100% of the proceeds profit from each sale goes directly to the Rocked On Cancer
All right,
Foundation.
in full transparency, you guys, I did not know any of this. I didn't do this. I'm sorry. I didn't register any of this when I solicited donations for my church this last November. I'm sorry. I didn't do that. Forgive me. I didn't know. I'm sorry. All I can do is tell you that I did that. You just have to take my word for it this time. I guess just to maintain more transparency, I want to do that again in November, probably like October through November-ish again this year. So I will do what I need to kind of like figure out how to do this to keep it more above board for you guys. I didn't know this. I didn't know all this. You know what I mean? I didn't know. So I am guilty as well of soliciting donations without, doing all of this stuff. So fuck, I'm a piece of shit too, apparently.
The extra shop features $450 Lions fans takeover bus tours to away games, Amon-Ra jersey signings, signed memorabilia, and more, all listed under the same sympathetic branding. Every dollar from the coffee club, every raffle ticket, every super chat, every $5 Let's Be the Change digital item flows straight to Will Rock personally after platform fees.
Allegedly.
This isn't a charity.
Oh!
After platform fees.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute and a half. Now, pump the brakes there, bud. I thought you was Mr. Authentic, Mr. I don't... Not Durgo. Pebble. I thought you was Mr. No AI. Well, what do we have here now? There's a snake in my boot. To infinity and beyond.
Fees. This isn't a charity. This is a man who survived cancer, then turned that survival story.
Well, then I'd have to ask Raw, who did he work for to get his credentials before Football Journal? Because if you're saying he didn't use Football Journal to get credentials, who did he work for prior? You know what I mean? Like what organization was utilized as an editor or producer to get the football credentials? You know what I mean? The media credentials. I'm just curious. You know what I mean? I'm trying to not accuse. As I connect the dots here, man, it's getting kind of hard, dude.
Story into a perpetual sympathy subscription service. He lectures strangers about integrity while running a one-man operation that monetizes trauma under the false colors of a foundation. He begs his own audience for the price of a latte.
I mean, you are using some pretty loaded language there, but I get what you're doing. I mean, yeah. Yeah, a little heavy on the language or, the emotional language, but I mean, it does appear to be that way,
In every video description, then hops into other creators' comments to brag that he pays their bills. The math doesn't add up. The persona is a lie, and the grift is as transparent as it is shameless. Finally, let's look at the work he's so proud of. It's a graveyard of gossip and whiny conspiracy videos. He specializes in the doom loop. He sells you a clickbait lie about a big-name free agent, knowing there is zero chance of it happening, and then sells you a 20-minute video of him whining when the lie doesn't come true. This isn't sports analysis. It's bitchy, whiny, rumor-mongering for people who prefer over the actual game.
Let me listen to that one more time here. Hang on. I want to just make sure I'm hearing this right.
It's a graveyard of gossip and whiny conspiracy videos. He specializes in the doom loop. He sells you a clickbait lie about a big-name free agent, knowing there is zero chance of it happening, and then sells you a 20-minute video of him whining when the lie doesn't come true.
Now, that is part of the game, brother. There is a degree of what we call clickbaity to draw people in. You have to draw people in with your titles and thumbnails. You do. To the degree in which you are, overinflating, that might be true. However, let's be real, man. Think of the hundreds of videos people put out. Max Crosby to the Lions. The Lions have to get Max Crosby. He might have been the major driving force behind it. However, I can tell you that if I were to make videos about Max Crosby during free agency, I would have seen an uptick in views. I could have jumped on that fucking train. that was a hot topic, right? And you know, dude, that trending topics, you kind of got to lean into them a little bit. But again, there is a degree in which should be acceptable and which a degree that it gets to be obnoxious, you know. But if one were to routinely do this and then the follow-up video saying how they got it wrong, where they went wrong, trying to identify what was missed, you know, that I think would add more credibility and take away from the clickbaitery because you're owning it. You know what I'm saying? What was the first thing that I said after the draft, you guys? What was the first thing that I said after the draft? I could have beaten my fucking war drum about Blake Miller, dude. I could have continued to do that. But the first thing I said was, what did we do? What did I do wrong? What was I missing through our mocks, through all the data and research that we had done? What was I missing that after round 2, everything kind of started to go sideways? To which case, you know, thankfully, we have such a diverse community here. Brent was like, hey, it's because, you know, you didn't rank your data sets. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, fuck. That makes sense. Because I was just leaving it open-ended. I didn't input, you know what I mean? I was lacking in input. So now knowing that, we can move forward next year and try and sharpen it down a little bit. You know what I mean? So there does need to be a little bit, like if you are going to go out and be completely off on your take, fucking own it, dude. Just fucking own it. You know,
This isn't sports analysis. It's bitchy, whiny, rumor mongering for people who prefer over the actual game. He isn't miles ahead of anyone.
Hang on, what soundbite? After pause, he debunks other creators crying about... Oh, okay, he does? Gotcha. Okay, for sure. Debunks others that do what he's said about him. What's up, Sam? How you doing, man? He's linked to many other outlets from my understanding. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to dig up here, and the only... includes fan-driven content. The only site that's listed is Detroit Football Journal. So when you research Detroit Football Journal, and then you come down here and find out that, you know, he's the fucking proprietor of it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, with just a cursory Google search, that's the only cited place, you know. So that's, of course, where I'm going to go to look, you know. I'm just saying, dude. I'm trying to pick up the crumbs where we got them, dude. You know, don't come after me, dude. I'm just trying to pick up what we're finding, dude. I think I've done a decent enough job pushing back on Durgo Mobby here a little bit. I mean, I probably could push back on him a little bit harder if I wanted to, but I think he's building a relatively good case. Personally, I think he's playing a little bit too much into the emotion. I get it, you know, but I get it. You're telling a story. You have to. I get it, but that's just not my style. You know what I mean? That's just not my style. But I think he's done a pretty decent enough job here. Needs to be. I think we need to do a little bit more digging
in a sandbox of his own making. So, to the educated man who spent this morning hating on the channel that is actually growing, you can't pay my bills. You can barely pay attention to the fact that your own facade is crumbling. I warned you to leave me alone as you were standing on thin ice. Your grifting is as transparent as it is absolutely disgusting. Keep your super chats and your buy me a coffee links. I'll keep my growth, my integrity, and the actual audience engagement. Sir, you aren't a peer. You're a cautionary tale of what happens when a creator chooses bitterness over content. Class dismissed.
I think he did a pretty good job. I'd polish down a little bit of the emotional loaded language. Again, but that's just a flavor thing. That's just that I'm not trying to tell you how that dude, this is your baby. You do however you want, man. Man, if we could put this all together though, dude, like like Durgo, if because we're not gonna watch the rest of this arc today. I'll watch this on my own time. If you could do this right, bro, you could put together, and I mean, if you want help with like editing or whatever, dude, get a hold of me, man. I'm happy to help. You could package this and do a very like Jay Aubrey or the Right Opinion style big video, you know what I mean? Like a long, this could really be an avenue for you to go into, you know, and I don't want to be, forgive me, I'm not trying to just pick on this individual, but you know, you could put this all together and have a real nice big expose, dude. Your edits are nice. Your music is very nice, dude, and you have a very good narrative voice, dude. I got to give you that. You are pay attention. You're a well-spoken man. Pay attention to that. You're a well-spoken man, right, dude? Great job. I'm going to continue to watch more of this. Hang on. Let me open up the chat, guys. All right. So, Raw. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it, man. I know you're not criticizing me, dude. I know you're not. I know you're not. In fact, to the same degree that I give respect to guys like Syndicate, you know what I mean? You are out here standing on your own ground, dude. Yeah, I got to give you respect, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, oh, holy shit, is that Grandma Tracy? What's up, Grandma Tracy? How you doing, sister? What's up? I haven't seen you in forever, man. I'm so glad you're here. What's up, dude? Regarding many things, if you'd like. Raw. So that's the thing, dude. I'm trying to figure out. Are you on Twitter, dude? Because like I don't know how to like communicate with people yet. You know what I'm saying? I barely know how to send fucking like messages asking if it's okay to use people's content. But yes, we can try and working on how to connect, dude. I'm no longer a loop. I think a lost cause. If you would have hated me at 35, I was 45 when I grew up here. Dude, you know, Brent, I was a super liberal person too in my youth, dude. I've been sick the last 6 months. Tracy! Are you okay now, though? Do I need to come have a little discussion with that illness? You better tell that. You better tell whatever sickness you've been dealing with. They don't want Hat and Beard to come down and have a little discussion with them. I'll set that illness right. You tell that illness to get the fuck on out of here, you know. We ain't got no time for that. You let me know. I'll come down and have a discussion with that sickness. I'll come take care of that shit for you. I know everything. Hey, get out of here now. Get out of here now. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Locked on, rocked on. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, you're right, dude. Damn. You're right. Aside from that, you're doing all right. Good, Tracy. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing okay, sister. I'm glad you're doing okay. Gulf War illness. You can come kick it in the ass. I don't know what that is. That sounds. I don't know. Oh shit, fucking camera. I don't know what that is, but that doesn't sound like a good thing. Do you have Gulf War illness as in you're sick and tired of paying $5 a gallon for fucking gas? Hell yeah. Again for your service. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Got you now. So Tracy, you're a vet. It's the okay. Gotcha. I see. Yeah, Brent. Shout out Brent, dude. I'm not gonna ask, dude. I figure that if you wanted to share anything, you know, that you would, you know what I mean? But last we knew, Mom was doing good, dude. So we're glad to hear that, brother. You know what I mean? Gulf War mystery illness. Gotcha. Yeah, is it? So, Tracy, does that have something to do with the chemicals you guys were exposed to over there? Bunch of fucking toxic bullshit being spewed out, and burn pits and stuff, man. Damn. That's bullshit, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, sister. I'm sorry to hear that, man. She is an American hero. Anybody that served is a fucking American hero, dude. For real, dude. You know what I'm saying? You are a real American. You know what I'm saying, dude? Let's go, you guys. Hey, so we ran a little bit late today, guys, but it is what it is. I appreciate each and every one of you who hung in there, who kind of did a little bit of sleuthing. We talked about nothing related to football or the Lions specifically. All we did was sleuth on people. Tomorrow, it's the burn pits and oil. Yep, that's what I thought. I kind of thought that's what I've heard, Tracy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about it, but I have heard, in my comings and goings about situations regarding that. And one would think that they would fucking take care of you guys, but apparently they didn't leer at the leering center that they need to take care of our vets first. You know what I'm saying? I need paper that showed literally everyone who got golf syndrome got the anthrax vaccine, and those studies who didn't have the syndrome didn't get the... No shit, dude. No shit. Damn, Brent, that's fucking terrifying. Yeah, Tracy, stop by tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow is my day off of work, so we will be doing a much deeper dive into the Pebble, because I think we kind of need to figure out what to do. And I don't know if Mad Hatter Nation alone can make a big enough impact to offset what appears to be charitable fraud. Okay. I would like to, if some of us creators could maybe get together, not like physically. I mean, physically that'd be cool. But like, if like some of us could like as a Lions internet content creation fandom, like collectively call it like the Pebble Offset Foundation or something like that. You know what I mean? Where like, you hate to ask people to give more after they've already been fleeced out of money, but like, we could like try to offset the bad with a little bit of good, I think that is the moral thing that we should be doing minimally, instead of at the very least, outside of the mudslinging and the sleuthing and the name calling, if in fact this is, which by all accounts it appears to be a fraudulent charity case where he was just padding out his bankroll, I almost feel like it's incumbent upon us to offset it. So, I don't know. Maybe if you guys are in some chats with some creators, maybe let them know that I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do this. Maybe I can try and reach out to some people, start something. Because I think that as a community, it would be pretty cool to show not only the morality of the Lions fandom, but also show just the obnoxious unity that Detroit Lions fans have across all spectrums of walks of life. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so, the comment was made to Don P about they don't want 40s and weed being smoked in the live stream. You know what I mean? And when you look at the outward presentation of guys like Motor City Don P, and then you contrast it with the appearance of Hat and Beard, it's a Dylan. You know what I'm saying? It's that fucking it's the fucking Predator meme, dude. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like it is such a like a convergence of Lions fandoms and walks of life that on the outside probably don't need, but shouldn't be interacting, and we're coming together for a mutual good. So like, why not just like weaponize this for good? You know what I mean? Like bring it all full circle, man. Unite all of the fandom. One pride, dude. Bring the pride together. One fucking pride, dude. One pride. Offset the Pebble Foundation, dude. Collectively, we can all do it. Let's be real. I don't have the digital footprint to swing for the fences like that. I can help. I can make an impact, but I need the bigger players. You know what I mean? We got to do this as a collective force. And I think that'd be really fucking cool, dude. You know what I mean? Long-haired white guy in the bright orange jacket at the Golden Leaf tonight. If you make it, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm down to 420 anytime. Me too, fellas. Me too, you guys. Me too. I'll have to do a live stream with you when we can constantly, dude. And honestly, I've thought about just like having I do think that we need to get to we do need to have a Discord server, for Mad Hatter Nation at some point here. And I've talked about it before, you guys. Like, it would be cool to have a community where we can operate outside of the rules of YouTube, and Rumble's there for that, and so is Kick. But like, the problem I have with Discord is the problem I have with starting a Discord server is I don't just want every Tom, Dick, and Harry in there. So like, I do feel that I need to have, a financial barrier to entry, right? But I have a hard time doing that because I don't want to feel greedy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, you got to pay to fucking talk to me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But at the same time, it appears that that's like basically the only way to keep the riffraff out. You know what I'm saying? It's a conflict inside of my own head. It's a morality thing that I'm trying to deal with, man. I don't think that it's right to say pay me to talk to me, but at the same time, I can't have the riffraff of the internet in my Discord server. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have that. I can't have that shit because the internet is a disgusting place, Trace knows how to reach you. I'll have her pass my contact. Fuck yeah, Raw. That's what's up, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, man. And Raw, I have been trying to figure out how to I got to figure out how to get you guys on, man. I really do. I got to figure out how to have a segment where I can have you guys, come on, for a little bit here, or even have like a call-in segment, something where we can just like, get a voice to the name, dude. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I think that'd be cool. I do like the idea of interacting similar to, old school radio, dude. You know what I mean? But I think that's going to have to do it for today, guys. Pretty much just chatting, bearding it up, dude. So, and now the rest of the story. Good day. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Make sure you slap the like button on your way out the door. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell in case you haven't, so you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. right here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kickery Dickory Doo. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Till next time, bonga bonga. Frig off.